while you pull up that, right, what made you, what was the point for you guys to say to launch on Seeker, right? Mobile that you have the ability to be an Apple on Google Play Store. You have the ability to choose, where there's, let's just say there's a lot more users in the sense, but we know that we're definitely building up to that users. We're definitely curating a community here. What was that like for you, the main reason to be on Seeker?
All right. So the main reason on Seeker is, now I understand that it's not only about the users, right? It's not only about the users. We are not here to extract users or something, but it's because of the Seedvote wallet. Yeah, the Seedvote wallet makes everything so easy. So the onboarding is the main part, right? So Seeker, first thing first, is going to directly the people that are interested in this kind of games, that are actually incentivize people and is on team. That's one thing. The second thing is that it's easy to onboard people. That's the two main reasons why we chose Seeker. Of course, we can do the Google Store, which we are applying to. The APK is already there. We are applying to. The iOS is very difficult because we cannot, do the Connect wallet part. Yeah. So that's why we chose the Seeker.
Yeah, I think like it's a great move on your end because I think first of all, Web3, what the beauty of the Web3 space has always been the community, right? Being able to build with the community and have their support. And I think it's truly like what you guys are able to do right now is bring the community more together. And through what way? Two of our favorite things in Web3, trading and gaming, right? And it's like being able to have this gamified trading approach that allows anybody and everybody to participate is key, because I think a lot of times either games get to a point where the level of skill is not worth sometimes playing the game because they feel, hey, I'm not good enough. Whereas Mattle.Fun gives you that ability to say anybody could play this game, everyone could play this game. Just load it up on your phone and start getting into it. And you could easily very much learn how to play the game. It's not something that you need to put in 10 or 5 or 15 hours into a game before you really kind of have the aha moment on exactly how you would play this game from day one all over again. And I think those are truly the steps needed sometimes in some games to make them go hit mass adoption, hit mass gamers, hit mass traders, hit anyone that you really want to be able to bring into this. So congrats to you and your team on that, and being able to put together those kind of things. What's been the most difficult part about building the game? What's been the most difficult part about launching it on a mobile game, being mobile only?
All right. So the hardest part, probably to me, is that, so I have a company of building casual game, hyper casual games already. So everything seems to be easy with me. But putting everything on chain is the different game, right? So when we apply to the store, it doesn't work on iPhone. Yeah. So they don't allow us to be on App Store. That's the most difficult part, and because everyone is using iPhone nowadays, yeah, it's hard for us to, it's kind of a barrier for people. That's the biggest struggle we are facing right now.
But what do you why do you think that, like, a lot of the space, if you look at the past 10 or 15 years, things have been progressing and blockchain's getting more adapted, right? Even Google's trying to and Apple have been trying to figure out ways to work with the Web3 space. Do you see the next 5 years that there will be less barriers for Web3 developers, producers, game developers, studios to be able to be on where more friendly normie people are?
I think it has to be, because, so right now Google Store is doing it, and Apple is kind of behind on everything. It's behind on AI, it's behind on quantum computers, it's behind on even blockchain, and they're falling apart. And I think that if they are not making a move right now, I don't think it's gonna be a story of 5 years. It's gotta be a story in the 1 or 2 years latest. Yeah. So it's gotta change, and everything is going to be easier for blockchain. And for example, many countries are proposing regulations to regulate the blockchain. So blockchain gaming is going to be the first and foremost, you know, gateway for people to actually understand about blockchain.
Yeah. And I think like I'll go further for you, right? Like for me, like, my big thesis in gaming and Web3 gaming was that this is where mass adoption would happen, right? Gamers are very much curious. We're very much like willing to learn, hey, how to extract within the game and everything, right? And for me, it was crypto and gaming made a lot of sense. Now it's definitely taking a somewhat very slow approach to that because good games take a long time to develop. But we are seeing games now going a lot broader. Play Off the Grid is on Xbox and PlayStation. Star Atlas is on Epic. Aurori, BR1, all these games are now finally coming into the light of where gamers are, right, and being able to attract it. So I am still very bullish. Just know that it is a little bit of a slower task as development happens. But with the Seeker out, it does give those looking to venture out of the silo and venture into other aspects of Solana itself and its ecosystem the ability to, hey, discover games like Mattle.Fun. When we're looking at Mattle.Fun, what's the message right now with the team of how do you get more IPs involved? How do you get more partners involved? How do you grow prize pools, right? Like, I could see this being something where, hey, I want to sponsor season 7. Hey, how does season 7 come about, right? Like, these are the conversations that start coming about as we start seeing the success you guys are having.
All right. So like I said, I have a hyper casual game company, right? And I've been doing hyper casual game for years. So one thing I noticed about gaming is that this kind of game, this kind of addictive game, is has more users than the AAA games. Do you believe that?